I'm strong. I'm strong. Strong.
All right, guys, we are back. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy CMB checking in. And guys, I'm supposed to be packing right now. I'm supposed to be leaving the country in less than 24 hours. And here I am procrastinating, sitting here looking through articles on my phone here. And I saw an interesting article here on Boxing News 24 as something that, I hadn't been aware of. And obviously, it looks like Turki Al-Sheikh is looking to possibly match up David Benavidez versus Artur Beterbiev sometime next year. And, I'm kind of shocked by that one. But let me say this. We know that David Benavidez is set to face off against Anthony Yarde November the 22nd. And it's a fight. I think that's a hell of a fight. It's a fight I expect David Benavidez to win. But I was under the impression that Artur Beterbiev was looking at the trilogy matchup with Dmitry Bivol, but that's looking like that may not be the case. I don't want to say if it's true or not, but according to this article, it's looking like that Turki Al-Sheikh wants to put Artur Beterbiev on the same card with David Benavidez November the 22nd against Dion Nicholson, and then if those two win their fight, then I guess they're going to match up. Now, the thing with Bivol is, the rumor is that Bivol is looking at the winner of Canelo Alvarez versus Terrence Bud Crawford. You guys know that's the biggest fight in the world. That's what that's my impression. That's the biggest fight in the sport of boxing right now. And I think that would be, very lucrative for Bivol. Even if, let's just say Canelo won, matching up against Canelo for the second time. He beat Canelo the first time. You guys know that, in a fight that, a lot of people didn't give Bivol a chance. Or say Terrence Crawford wins. He's matching up against a guy who he looks at as, one of the best fighters on the planet. So I think it's a win-win situation for Bivol. And that if he wins that fight, he could become a two-time undisputed champion in two different weight classes, 175 of course, and 168. So I think, if I'm Bivol, yeah, that would interest me more than fighting Artur Beterbiev for a trilogy matchup. Now, as far as Artur Beterbiev and David Benavidez goes, that's going to be a war, in my opinion. I think that's going to be a war. I would give the punching power, of course, to Artur Beterbiev. David, as hard as he punches, he's more of a volume puncher. It's accumulation of punches coming from him, that kind of stops his opponents. But I would say this, if I was David, I wouldn't, stand there and trade with Artur Beterbiev. I think that would be a mistake. I think the one thing that David does have, the advantage is the age. Artur Beterbiev, he's not a spring chicken. So, Father Time waits for no man. We know that. And, him being a volume puncher, I think that leans more towards David Benavidez. Having a tight defense, I think, would be his key to victory in that fight. But, it's interesting. It's a very interesting fight. I think that would be a very entertaining fight. And I'm all for it. Like I said, as far as Bivol goes, yeah, I would love to see him in the ring with the winner of this big fight coming up. A fight that I'm going to, guys. I got my ticket. I'm not in floor seats like I was with Crawford and Errol Spence Jr., but, that really doesn't matter. I'm just there to be a part of history, there to be a part of the atmosphere, and I'm very thankful for that. But anyway, you guys let me know what you think in the comment section. How do you feel about David Benavidez versus Artur Beterbiev? Is that something that you entertain? Bivol versus the winner of Crawford and Canelo Alvarez, is that something you're interested in? You guys let me know how you feel about it in the comment section. It's the CMB. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. And I'm out. Peace.